G'day everyone, and welcome back to a surprise inspection of my scrapyard, because Shaq is away. He broke an audio cable, definitely not spare parts, that sort of thing. But that means we are doing more scrapping, and I've actually made some pretty good progress on this truck yesterday. I'm really happy with it. Really happy that I've got the ramps, but if I want to keep the ramps, I need to find one of my event controllers and set it up to... Oh, you jerk. You know what? You're eating the cheese. Need to make a button for the cheese. Ow.
Low health.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. How low's my health? Oh!
Health
3!
critical.
I saw a 3 there. Oi. Oi. Oh, I thought you were getting up on my side. Ah! Gotta give it the cheese. Gotta give it the cheese. Grab the cheese. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Where are you? Ah! Gotcha. You've been cheesed. Oh yeah, losers, it should just be say cheese. That's really all it needs to be. That's really all the catchphrase needs to be, isn't it? Alright, I gotta remember to... I'll try and remember that one next time. I'll remember to say cheese. Bam! Thank you, Jackson. Thank you for the 81 months. Thank you very much. Alright, I got health. That's good. Event controller. Where have I got one? Automation timer, event controller. There we go. Thank you, unidentified flying cheese. I love how appropriate your name is for this stream. For those of you who haven't been here before, because this is a different day of the week than what I've been doing this is my scrapyard setup for Scrapyard 2. It incorporates a bunch of the new vanilla economy features, so they're being used for spawning in some of the scrap. I can run salvage missions, I can run search missions, these are all set up. Unknown signals are in. Unfortunately, I might have stuffed up the unknown signals a little bit, in the sense that they currently don't broadcast their position. So, they're there, but I will never, ever, ever find them. Except for the one random one yesterday that dropped on my head, pretty much. So I'm playing a nomad style in this one because I've also got another mod that I'm playing with that's not going to be part of the main scenario, but is just for me having a bit of push to keep moving. Not the spiders were an accident, but the thing that was to push me to keep moving was the fact that at night, ow, horrible storms, ow, spawn repeatedly and electrify you to the point... Oh, I can't brake quickly enough. Ah! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think it damaged my cockpit enough. Oh dear. The brakes aren't on! Oh, I need the cheese. So I'm worried I'm going to shoot my rover. No? Apparently I just hit F. And because I'm an idiot? How did I end up getting out of the cockpit? I don't know what happened there. That was very odd. The spider did try to help me to stop. It was trying to push. Capac would still be able to find the unknown signals? Yeah, probably. Yeah, so there's a storm that is chasing me. The nighttime holds a storm that is able to destroy everything because it uses Space Engineers' terrible lightning. But because it's providing me an impetus to keep moving, I don't hate it. And because I have a way to avoid it, I don't hate it. Need a press button for a cheese. Yeah, I really do. I need to my next stop, I need to upgrade the cheese launcher so that I can easily press it. Don't have to use build vision. Build vision does slow that process down considerably. Actually, I will go this way because this keeps me on the track for that scrap that I saw up ahead. Oh yeah, there's no mods for this series because I haven't released the mods yet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that's all right. I landed it. I haven't released them, so they're currently offline mods, which is why I can press escape and the game pauses, because this is an offline game. What do we have here? What's in those buildings over there? Is there anything good? It's been so long since I made them that I don't remember. Hey, comrade. Thank you for 40 months. It wasn't lies. We just discovered that Jack wasn't going to be able to be here after I'd already written the thing and then had to change it. What's up? Yes. Jack cannot talk smack because his audio is busted. What's the most useless large grid block to you in this scenario? Armor? Every other block has the potential to have valuable components in it. And so you don't necessarily find everything to be useless. Like, for example, go over to this pipes here. That's 6 large steel tubes I could have. Large steel tubes mean wheels. That's some motors. Since I can't make any of these components because I don't have assemblers, since I can't make a lot of these blocks, it's really hard to know at any particular point in time what is not worth keeping. Say cheese! Ooh. Man, that's fun. What's in here? Armor is not useless, the cheese is armor. It's true. That is true. Nothing in there. I don't think this thing has anything that I want. Ah, food, good. Nope, nothing I want. Cool, on we go, because it's getting dark. I want crabby hands on consoles entirely so I can cheese assault the spiders. It is so much fun. It is so dumb, but it is so much fun. If the spiders, if I'd considered spiders to be an intended part of my setup here, so I'm using a planet called Arcadia. Arcadia is a really cool planet. It's perfect for what I'm doing here. Oh, that's at the top of the mesa. I'm not getting that. Because it's flat enough that it is really drivable. so I can go at good clip and keep up with the sun. But what I didn't realize when I picked it was that it has spiders. And initially that was going to get a bit hairy because I didn't get that much ammo. I'm going to enable the train station locations in case one of them is closer than something else. Or it is not. There's nothing. All right, let's try and get to this one then. Still didn't build the button when I stopped. That is true. I'm having a bad time with remembering to build that button. It's not going well. Hitting trees is why the trees hate you game was created? Yep. Yep. One second, everyone. I am making sure that my mute is muting before I blow my nose. Because it didn't mute for me properly during the Vintage Story stream this week, and that was awkward. Instead of a button, what about a sensor that detaches when enemies are around? That sounds like the sort of thing that makes me leave cheese behind. So I do have a rifle, but yeah, at the start I didn't have much ammo and I was trying to deal with all the spiders and I was really worried that I was going to run out. I eventually have acquired enough ammo and the rapid fire rifle to go with that ammo, but by the point I'd acquired that, we'd already discovered that the Grabby Hands cheese was super effective, and so it was a great way to fight off the spiders, and now I'm kind of leaning into using it more than anything else just because it is fun. Blowing your mic on stream is the worst you've done on mic. Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, I think a lot of us know a streamer who's fallen asleep on stream. Nudge, nudge. Or two. Which I'm never, ever, ever going to let them forget. Coleman, Discord. Thanks to Troll Boss, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you, Bravada. Thank you for 40 months. And also, Cumbrian, thank you for 40 months. What was I doing 40 months ago? Thank you, Blobby Gonna Get Ya. Thank you for 38 months. Yeah, one of the least likely and still amusing this many years on events that happened on stream was Charlie killing my stream by launching a football at it. Look, alright. Since it's becoming a thing, let's get a button. There we go. The cheese release is made. About a vertical magazine of cheese, you can place a mag plate on the bottom and second from bottom cheeses and use timer event box so. Oh, Cheetah, that sounds confusing. I'm confused. Need to add a sound to the button. Could make a sound block. Out of curiosity, when SE2 is further along, would you consider making this in SE2? If by this you mean Scrapyard, yes. Yes. I've already had thoughts about how good it'll be to make a Scrapyard in SE2 with the grid size. So, one of the biggest challenges with this Scrapyard setup, where you have lots of things that need to spawn into the world, and you want a mix of small and large grids, so you've got all the different block types. For SE2, you don't have that grid size issue. It's just spawn a thing. But more, you don't have that grid size issue with which ones are happy to be embedded in voxels. Any size grid can be embedded in a voxel there. And so I don't have to worry about accidentally spawning a small grid into the voxel, making it static, and then the moment a player walks up to it, it explodes in their face and kills them. Because that's only funny the first time. And so yeah, I'm excited for the idea that it could happen, and I'm not alone in that. Nev, who has helped me with numerous things, he thinks he's interested enough that he would like to make a spawner specifically for Scrapyard in SE2. So, because the vanilla spawners don't tend to give as much control or as much variety in the way that like MES could, or indeed a dedicated spawner could, that would be epic. Spawning myself a little settlement and being able to control what spawns where would be great. But yeah, it absolutely is predicated on Keen making Space Engineers 2 good, and Keen making scripted modding available, which it currently is not. I think there are a couple of things where people have like this isn't exactly the right term, but like hard-coded the scripting side of things. There's no mod API for them to hook into, and so they have done scripted mods, but it's a beast of a thing, especially if an update fiddles with any of those things that they're trying to mess with. And so it's not a fun way to do scripted mods right now. And there was that little voice in the back of my head going, oh, why is it taking so long? But also it's super early, so so going for a mod API before they've actually got all the features in, I can kind of see why they haven't. Lightning can hit anything. I did talk yesterday about a plan to get through the night, and I'm gonna head to one of these trade stations. I think I'm heading back to the one that I was originally going to. I'm heading to a salvage site right now. There's a trade station just there, Lorentz Point, and I'm intending to head back to it, and I'm gonna sleep through the night, but I'm going to pay for that privilege. Because if I do that, I then get a whole day to do some building and get this truck and a crane on it. So I'd really like to have a crane. I've been gradually tuning down the grabby hands strength, which I haven't done any today because obviously today was a bit more impromptu, not planned. So yeah, I've been gradually tuning that down, and will hopefully hit a sweet spot where grabby hands is useful, but so is a crane. Yeah, serious. I had the same thought that Keen might never have intended to make a mod API, and that tied into mod.io, but I don't think mod.io would have precluded them from doing it. Damn it, that's behind me. I want something in front of me. I don't think that would have precluded them from making scripted mods or making a mod API or giving them a reason not to. Because they could take the Rockstar approach. And by that I mean someone's bought the game on console, but then if they leave the scripted mods available and show that mods are available, but that's only a PC thing, well, that's a whole reason for that person to go and buy the game again on PC. The sleep to morning is more of a let's just use the admin tools to do it. This is all just ad hoc. It's not actually, there are sleep mods out there that do it. I just don't have one. In fact, I could add the sleep mod and because that forces you to wait till it's actually night time. Huh. Interesting. Sleeper, I think there's something even less involved than eat, sleep, drink, repeat. I think there's actually just a sleep mod. But yeah, so speaking of the console versus PC thing, part of what I'm doing here is testing my development of the Scrapyard 2 mod, and that's because it's using a mixture. For the PC version, it'll use a mixture of MES style spawning and vanilla spawning. And because I'm using some vanilla spawning, if I can get enough content into the vanilla side of stuff, then console players can use this. Yeah, sure, they can't use grabby hands, they can't use a bunch of other stuff, but they can use the actual finding scrap out there. Because one of the things that's often quite challenging, and that gets a bit with the vanilla setup, is you don't have that many spawns. Like, I'm up to episode 12 of my Mission Improbable series, and well, that's inconvenient. And I've already seen every single vanilla planetary spawn. Going for salvage runs. So, hopefully, with Scrapyard, I'll be able to at least double the number of spawns, if not more than that. Oh, this gets worse. Oh, this gets lots worse. Oh. Also, my brakes are on and I'm not slowing down. How am I going to get down here and then back up the other side? Especially with this giant battery hanging off the top of the thing. Actually, how much charge is that left in that battery? Can I just ditch it? It's seriously dangerous. Oh, 37 kilowatt hours. Goodbye, battery. Oops. 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 Well, that happened.
Inventory full.
Oops-a-daisy. And obviously advanced welding is another part that's not available for console, which is quite handy. That's the weld pads and the grind to detach thing that is on there. Why was that? Oh, the solar panels were providing just enough power for the hinge to work. Gotcha. Why did I remove the proboscis? Because I'm about to go on some very tilty terrain, and that thing is very top-heavy and seemed like it just not worth keeping for the 36 kilowatt hours of power that it had remaining in it. This terrain here is a perfect example of be careful what you wish for. Yesterday, when I was driving around, I was saying, oh, it'd be nice if this planet actually had some terrain features that created issues for me and I had to bypass them. Because that's one of the things I really like about the Wrong Way series, is finding terrain features that are challenging. And here we are. Oh, removing the rest of the proboscis? Because I don't want it there. Looks like there might be a path down this bit. Here we go. The craggies. Ooh. It always does make me think when I'm going down these things and I'm doing it carefully. Some of you would have been around for this. At the end of Wrong Way Up, where myself, Capac, Wasted, Tex, DE, yeah, that's everyone, had this massive cliff to go down. And we took it really carefully and we got to the bottom. And then we were curious. Did we need to go carefully? And so we sent Capac back up to the top and he full sent it off the edge. And he made it down basically perfectly intact. And then it makes you wonder, would that always be the case? Does full send work? Ooh. The answer is yes, but not all the time, so it reminds me of another conversation I had with Wasted once, where he was irate about the notion of people driving slowly to fit through a small gap. It's like, and he's like, you don't get any thinner when you go slowly. But my immediate retort was, yes, but you also don't break stuff as badly when you don't fit. And I think that's the kind of difference between full send and cautious. When you break something being cautious, you don't break as much. I also cannot see the terrain chunks properly right now. Hang on. Hang on. Did I set up the limits for these, but did I actually turn them off? No. I think this might be all that clanging yesterday. I never actually let the hitch relax. Oof. Okay. This hitch setup is worse. It is just outright worse than the previous ones that I've used. I want to get up to those research materials. I can't run 4.3 Ks. Maybe that's a path. Hang on. We're gonna need some spotlights. I'm not sure Wasted was being entirely serious when he said it, Jax. Ah. Hello, Charlie. Is your head okay? You just knocked it on the desk? Yeah, the power to the hitch would explain some of the jank, but I think the jank is actually the hitch itself. I don't think this is as good as other hitch designs I've used. The flexing is happening all at the wrong points. Right, that's not helpful. Let's turn around. Come on, wheels. Do your magic. Yep. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. The trailer getting jammed. The truck has enough wheels not to fall into these gaps as much. The trailer doesn't. Oh no. Oh no. Can't go forward or backwards. That's not good. Oops, I was actually meaning to do something. Nope. Even with all that grip, that's not enough. Oh man, I hope this doesn't start rolling down the hill when I free it. Where am I wedged? That one. Oh, did I get rid of my drill? I think I did. Yep. Oh no. I don't have a drill. Where did I throw? I didn't throw my drill on the ground. Oh no. Oh, this could be really bad. Where's the spider? Oh, bad time for reload. Yeah, it's gotta be this one on this side. More strength. More strength. Yep, that's good. Well, that sort of helped. Kinda, maybe. I'm free-ish. Nope. Yes. Oh. This is a genuine worry. If I can't get out of here in time, I'm dead. Uphill's fine. I just got to get the trailer to not get stuck in those ditches, which I should be able to do. Just got to swing a bit further round this way. Like that. Yeah. I've played Knifey Spoony before. Yep. Keep going this way. Yeah, Jack Knifey Spoony, yeah. Oh, the sound of that. I don't want to look. Tools are in the front bumper. Oh, yeah. They don't show up on the inventory screen. That's right. Unless you're looking directly at the box. Oh, you see that trailer bump? The bounce then? Oh, man. Looks like I can just go round. So let's just go round. I did it! Oh, why did my pinned message go away? Silly Twitch. Why you like this? Thank you, Bartman73. Thank you for the 39 months. Thank you very much. Alright, let's, oh. Did I find another unknown signal that I can't actually see properly? Interesting. I was going to... No, that's not what I wanted to do. Wheels. Oh! Oh! There's a lot more here. Let's go to the little thing that I spotted. Which is an upside down cat. Just wanted to make sure you guys could enjoy the brilliance of this. This is not my build. Oh. I don't think I've named the buttons correctly. I think I gotta name the buttons. There's something with the unknown signals that aren't working properly. I gotta fix. Oh, congrats! Now, I'm gonna say Petit Doit? Doit? Oh, congrats on being a dad. That's awesome. Oh, cargo container. Gimme, 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 gimme. Yes. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I want this. I want it. Yep, should be good. So for those of you wondering who aren't familiar with the Scrapyard thing yet, I'm presuming most of you are, but there might be some that aren't. When you look at a block like this and you see, whoops, down the bottom, cargo construction frame. Those frames are how I stop people from building certain blocks. Because certain blocks are meant to be restricted. Cargo containers and a lot of other functional blocks being exactly that. So those will grind to scrap if you grind them down. So you obviously don't want to grind through them. And they mean that you... And I don't actually ever plan to make them available to the player. the reason I use that method rather than removing it from the G menu is the G menu doesn't work very well on controller. Or at least that method of blocking the G menu doesn't work on controller. In the sense that it was able to cause the game to crash. So I didn't like that. And this method also means that if you're an admin on a server, if you happen to be running Scrapyard on a server, you can just enable creative mode and paste blocks in, whereas removing it from the G menu meant you had to use a blueprint, which was a pain in the backside for allowing people to get their stuff back when something went wrong from a server perspective rather than an actual game perspective. Or something they did wrong. One sec. No, there are no loot. There are not meant to be any significant loot in the cat. There are some unknown signals that will have some loot, because unknown signals are another vanilla spawn method I can use for spawning some smaller stuff. Admittedly, unknown signals don't work on console anyway, so I don't know why I was worried too much about that, but it was mainly because Keen re-enable unknown signals every time you save as your game. For raisins. Also, is that not spawning? That's not spawning. Alright. One moment, please. Clean up on aisle everywhere. Let's just... Where's the first? Because apparently, I discovered yesterday that one of the reasons that sometimes this stuff can't spawn is because of the NPC PCU limit. And why that's being weird about not removing that. And the unknown signals not clearing themselves is, yeah, contributing to that. Because it's using up heaps of the PCU limit. So I just need to get rid of as much as I can. And it will eventually allow that to spawn in front of me. If I do search by distance from players, it means I know I can clear everything away because it's further away than me. And there we go. Now it's spawned. My dogs tried to use my son as a ramp. Well, that actually brings up something that was hilariously cute yesterday. Oh, that's a turret. Hang on, one sec. Let's deal with this while yesterday, I walked into the bathroom quickly, and I walked back out, and Toby was lying on Charlie, cuddling her front leg. So she was lying on her side. He was cuddling her front leg, and he had fallen asleep. Completely. He was snoring while lying on her. It was incredibly cute. Because she just looked at me like, I'm not allowed to move, am I? Like, she just did not move. She just stared up at me. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. She knew exactly what was going on. Right. it doesn't look like there's much here. There's this battery, but I've got full charge right now, so I'm not gonna stick that onto my truck. I don't really need all of this stuff. I'll take some of the good bits.
Full.
Is there any
Inventory full.
No, there's no, because MES spawns are weird. They delete the ammo from turrets as you grind them down. And I'm too much of a scaredy cat to weld them up and risk killing myself. Because that happens sometimes. You weld them up and it actually just repairs them instead of taking ownership and hacking them, and it's all bad. There we go. Oh, wait, I've got to find the research materials. Where are they? Why did I not find them? They somehow in one of these? Yes. No, I don't need my drill. I know where it is now. It doesn't matter that I have put it away if I know that I can find it. I'm going to go this way because I actually want to get to Gilman Station because that's my drop-off location. It's the same distance as Lorentz Point, roughly, but it's actually helping me get my missions completed, so I'm going to do that. Yes, congrats, Charlie, on your promotion to Pillow. But yeah, he was so out of it, I managed to get photos and video of him asleep on her so that I can show him how awesome a dog he had when he was little once he's grown up a bit more. I like how securely you've connected your cockpit. Yeah, it's perfect, right? Why would you ever think of doing anything differently? This is ideal. Heading almost perfectly west. That's a tree. Ah. Badly. I don't think there's anything that I could ever do that could allow me to blackmail Toby. There's a comment made by my brother-in-law that always springs to mind when I think about like that sort of relationship between parents and kids. It's like he said about his oldest, there's nothing I can ever give him enough grief about, because it would never compare to him just being able to retort with, well, I peed on your face. Because one of the times when he was changing him, that happened. It's always got a comeback that exceeds. Oh, this might not be a good spot to. Oh, I'm gonna have to. And you got my poop on your hands when you were changing me. This or that. This doesn't work out. I'm gonna have to. This is gonna get spicy trying to get to this station. I'm gonna try. But I'm a little concerned. Thinking I might have to not go to these missions, but I really want to go to these missions. I want to go to these missions and then go to that station and then sleep the night, but I think it's going to be spicy getting there in time. Who's up for a spicy drive? Oh. Your dogs are hating life in the UK with the heat wave. Charlie is currently lying beside me, wearing her hoodie and with a blanket on top of her. And she looks quite content. I went looking for like dog jackets because she's a short-haired dog, so she does actually get cold. And the only ones that have actually been any decent are like, why does a dog have a hoodie? She can't wear the hood. It's just an extra bit of thing around her neck. But it's literally the best coat I ever found for her. Play with my dog during hot weather. I put a bucket, fill it with water, and drop treats and sink in it. What about one of the dogs I had growing up would go fishing for treats in her water bowl? She was very good at it. Fashion, duh, yeah. We have a hoodie for the cat so he can't get out of the harness if we take him on a walk. And how often do you take the cat for a walk? I can't say I've ever... The only time I've seen someone taking a cat for a walk was a rather peculiar lady who used to live near where I used to live, who would take, I think there were 2 or even 3 cats in the baby pram out on a walk. There were other reasons she was peculiar that I won't bring up on stream. I mean, if you are someone who does the right thing and keeps your cat inside so they don't go eat all the wildlife. Oh, train. Then taking them for walks is probably similar to taking a dog for a walk. It's good for them. I don't think there's anything of high value in these. I think these just look cool. Yeah, pretty sure that's the case. Oh, this is...
Meteor storm inbound.
This is feeling worse and worse the closer I get to these transmissions. Trains? You mean pre-built trailers? Yeah. Man, I loved that train. Ah. That road train was good fun. Thank you, Elsa. Thank you so much for the tier 3 for 63 months. Thank you very much. And a cat that would follow me when I was walking my dogs, always 5 to 10 meters behind us, and then would sprint back home when we were close to the end of the walk. Oh, man. So, Charlie definitely still has hunter instincts. Like, fairly well-developed ones. Because the way she looks at a cat is the way she looks at raw chicken. Which is food? Why food-shaped if not food? And the cats look at her in the way that cats typically look at a giant dog of, where are you most sensitive to my claws? As I will never forget the experience of watching my Saint Bernard be cowed by my, like, what, 5 kilo? My sister's 5 kilo, I think it was about 5 kilos. Definitely wouldn't be more than 8, somewhere in that kind of range. Little grey cat. Because he knew how to be mean. Okay, we're going at speed, which is a little scary, but this is the best terrain for it. Can I follow this a little bit further? Not really. It's kind of branching all in the directions I don't want it to. Yeah, my Saint Bernard definitely wanted to be friends, but when the Saint Bernard's snout or head weighs more than the cat, and is bigger than the cat, and so she just walked up to him, just was sniffing him, and he was just like, nah, no, I'm not having this. Surprise boulder blammo. Yeah. Actually, have I seen boulders on this planet? Trying to think whether I've actually... Oh, there's one over there. There we go. Answered my own question with that one. I don't know that I am going to spread my wheels. I was thinking about it yesterday, but also... I don't want to be so wide that this thing's ends up having issues because of its width, where the undercarriage clips rough ground. It's so wide. I don't recall hitting a boulder in this series. I hit so many in the other solo stuff I'm doing at the moment that it blurs together. Oh, this is speed. This is good. It's gonna be terrifying when I go over a tiny little hill and launch into the air, though. There's no reason to mine Nuki World. Why would I mine in Scrapyard? Scrapyard's not about mining. That's the game loop that Scrapyard really does remove, is mining. So if you don't have a refinery and you don't have an assembler, you have no reason to mine aside from maybe a little bit of ice. I did drive over a pothole a stream or two ago. There was a hole, apparently from my previous circumnavigation of the planet, that I just drove straight over and miraculously didn't fall into. Run boy, I don't know what you mean by that question. Only reason to mine, try to get unstuck. That is true, losers. Losers. Have any thrusters to keep you from ramping off hills? I've never found that to be a particularly stable way to drive a wheeled vehicle. It has some ability to do stuff, but so often it pushes the vehicle in ways that you don't want it to be pushed. When you do that stuff. Why is this one not spawning? I seriously already exceeded the PCU cap just in that drive. Wow. That's not great. That's real bad. No, there's not much here. Wait, is it spawned now? No. Huh. There might be something else going on here. No, Daz, they don't spawn in until you reach the location, so that's why I can delete them. Because I know that everything that I'm deleting is behind me. But it's still not spawning. Oh dear. We may have some bigger issues with this setup that I don't understand. That I thought I understood, but apparently I don't. Oh, great. Let's just go to this one then. That's why I've got MES in this as well. I don't think it's a terrain issue because the terrain's super flat. I don't control the despawning, respawning. I can't control it. It is just what it is. Can you raise the NPC PCU limit? I don't think so. Don't think. Oh, maybe there's a setting in the actual. That's only you. And there's only global encounter PCU listed there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's like this. I specifically, Nuclear World, I specifically don't want to use any additional mods to control the spawning. Because I want to try and make this work for people on console. That's my goal. And to do that means I need to make it use the vanilla stuff. Hello, helicopter! And Samurai plushie? What do we got here? Access panels, programmable block, another event controller, another engine. I could probably take that. Do I know how many people own the game on PC, on console relative to PC? No, no idea actually. I don't recall having seen Keen even publish that. I probably shouldn't be doing this. I probably should be heading to the train station, but whatever. I want this for balance. Takari, I literally just deleted everything and it hasn't helped the spawns, so I'm not convinced that that is actually the issue anymore. It seemed to work yesterday, and it did seem to work for that first spawn, but there must be some other factor involved. And I don't know what it is. I'm not sure how to figure it out either. Hoping the answer will just become apparent at some point. Because that actually does happen sometimes. Some form of gravity manipulation tool, some sort of grabbing of blocks, yes, would be very nice to see implemented as a vanilla feature. Even if not in SE1 and SE2. There we go. And there's absolutely no chance the Keen has a memory leak in admin removing grids and doesn't actually free the PCU, I'm sure. Yeah. There could be something janky going on there, that's true. Where the actual PCU doesn't get freed up properly. Where is the event controller in this? Oh, there. That's what I was after. Had there been no Shack Cat sabotage, what was the plan for today? I was meant to be building a I was meant to be building a small attack craft for me to fly. But do you know what next week will be? Next week's Combined Arms will be 1 year. Yes, a gremlin to go with the goblin, that sort of thing, yes. It'll be 1 year. Ramp automation time, yeah. What did I name the ramp? Hinge. Tractor ramp hinge. That one's tractor ramp hinge. What's the trailer one? It's like trailer hinge tailgate. Let's do something. Bit more consistent. Cockpit, seat, enter. Select actions. So, when occupied, set velocity 10. Okay, cool. So it's manual control to bring him down. And if I hop in the cockpit, they should both go up. Yeah, nice. Awesome. Safety ramp. And sensors detect sabroids. Sabroids are characters, so yes. But I've mentioned before, I don't want to have an auto release for the cheese. Because an auto release for the cheese would mean that I would leave the cheese behind. Wait a second. I just saw ROTC damaged antenna. That shouldn't be a thing. Something is fishy. Let's just slow down for a sec. Huh. Yep, there's a wrecked hopper over there. That shouldn't be there. Okay, something's broken. Because that should not be there. Oh, I know I'm going backwards. I know. I want to get to this station. Then I'm going to pay for a night's rest. So, I've got this much money. We'll see how much money I've got after paying for these. But I have an idea of how much I should have to pay for a night's rest. Hint ups. Unfortunately, no, I don't really have any guides on combat in SE. Other than more turrets tends to work better. One sec, everyone. And I don't do PvP, so I don't really have any knowledge on that side of things. I like building stuff that's pretty. I like building stuff that I feel attached to. And so throwing that into combat where someone else might use all manner of cheese and exploits that they possibly can because they just want to win, just doesn't fill me with any sort of joy at all. How fast is too fast when driving? This fast. It depends on the vehicle. Some vehicles can comfortably handle you going really quick. And some will be really stable despite the ridiculous speeds. But also the terrain obviously is going to impact that. I'm on very flat terrain. So going at nearly 90 meters a second is survivable as long as I don't need to turn. Thank you, Beltonic. Thank you for the 200 Rainbow Unicorns. Splitsy is more worker caste than warrior. I prefer artisan. But yes. The thing is, like, lots of people suggest ideas of series based on PvP and stuff like that. But honestly, unless you have a very specific friend group, that's never going to work. It's either going to turn mean, or it's going to just be a pushover, and that's still kind of mean. I just can't see ways to make PvP long-term interesting as content. Like, unless that PvP is scripted. I don't know if I'm going to get to this train station. I'm going to try. I don't know if I'm going to get to it. And yeah, I do asymmetric PvP where other people aren't. It's not really PvP. What it is player versus DM. or Game Master, whichever term you prefer, Dungeon Master, Game Master, whatever. But it's where other humans are playing that role and are taking on the role of NPCs to provide more spice and interest. Because then their role is not to win, but to make things interesting. I bet this one isn't going to spawn either. Yep, nothing there. Severe storm detected. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I am actually at night. Aw, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it! I should have gone directly there. Rather than going to 2 spawns that didn't exist. Yeah, if you're going up against NPCs, like keen NPCs, having a decent supply of your own turrets is usually enough to come out victorious. But do expect to take damage that is a pain in the backside to repair. Thanks, Quantum Starfield. Thank you for 61 months. Come on, 20 kilometers to go. 20 kilometers to go. I was going to say that a night's rest should cost 25 grand, which is exactly how much money I have, so I will come out with 0. If I can manage to get there, what I might do is even copy my truck into a brand new save after turning in the missions. Because this save appears to be broken. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, that's... Whoa! Ho, 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 ho! Stuck the landing! Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And the judges give it a 10 out of 10 on that one. Oh, wow. Now, I did actively save that one. I was trying my best to get the truck down, and I was full power because the trailer was overtaking the truck. So I wanted to get the truck on the ground and full power those wheels to pull the trailer back in. And then it bounced again, and I was like, oh, I don't think I've actually done anything helpful at all here. But somehow... Wow. That is a miracle. Now, the lightning at the start of the night is not as deadly as it gets later. The storm is, I think, starting to come in. Yeah, it's starting to get foggy. Got 11 Ks to go. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. To go around those mountains. Oh. Okay, let's relive that now that people have posted the clips. I need to figure out how to turn off the stupid auto subtitles. Here we go. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, that's... Whoa! Ho, 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 ho! Stuck the landing! Wow. That felt a lot longer in real time. Like, it felt... When I was actually doing it, felt like it took a lot longer than that to settle things down. Yeah, I need to turn them off in the clip manager, I know. I just keep forgetting. It's an annoying feature that Twitch auto enabled. I think I'm running right on the edge of the storm right now. Because it keeps saying the severe storm detected. So I must be resetting that timer just buying me just enough time to get back. Oh, Oh, now I'm seeing bad weather. Okay. Things are going to start exploding soon. Come on. Get to the safe zone. Safe zone. $6.7K. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh. Why did I fall so far behind sunset? Because I'm trying to get to a station so I can sleep through the night. There's the station up ahead. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 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 Not now. Oh man, I gotta get down here somehow. Oh. Come on. Were we talking about full send earlier? Yes. I don't like full send. Oh man, I don't like the look of that either. Oh, just gotta go. Just gotta go. No! Oh, that is worse. This is the worst Craggies I've seen on this planet. And my headlights make it seem even worse than it is. Those are deep. Those are deep. I'm gonna get stuck. Whoa. I don't think I can get back out of this. Come on. Turn. 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 And I hope that trailer doesn't bottom out. Oh. Oh. Okay. Alright, we're down. Come on, come on, come on. It's kind of dark. Where's the lightning? Well, it's... The severe storm detected means that I must be just barely on the edge. Here we go. There's the light. Light rain. The rain has started. The lightning is coming. I'm actually in the bad weather now. There is a random, I think it's 1 to 5 minutes for the lightning strikes. Come on. Make it to the safe zone. Woo. Oh, I put them in the cockpit? Yeah. Run, 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 run! I don't know if the safe zone protects me from lightning. I don't know which of these it's going to be. Wow, I actually did a lot of those missions. Only got 3 left. Cool. How much more cash do I have? I have 31,000. All right. Did I put an ATM in here? I don't think I did. No, I should probably put an ATM in here. So what I'm going to have to do to be able to use one of these beds is economy, change balance of player, splitsy, minus 30,000. Change. I want to see what happens. Oh, I think that's morning. Yeah, that's morning. Now, do you guys want to see what happens with the truck? Because I did show this off a couple of streams ago. What happens when you are outside in the loading? All right, we'll go have a look. I'll go show you. Doop, 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 doop. What do we got? What can we use? Let's use this. We're gonna need a battery for that. Okay, we have a truck. I need to be made invulnerable. And it needs to get midnight. Now, it didn't take long when I was messing around with this a couple of streams ago for the damage to start accumulating quite quickly. Like to fairly extreme levels. There we are near past midnight, I think. Yeah. Now, if this doesn't work... Oh, hang on. I don't think I was using the wrong mod. No, I wasn't. Was I? This doesn't seem to be working. I wonder if I got the wrong mod. I got the wrong mod. Hang on. Let's just check. Definitely... I don't remember having to change it. I remember... Oh, wait. There was an ad. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. There was a mod that I forgot to add back in. Ah, drat. My safety run was not so... I feel like I should roll back and try that again. Because I didn't have my terrible version that Frosty made me active. Should we try it again? Here we go. Just show you what it's meant to have done. Well, at least after midnight. Before midnight, I still should have been okay. Like, I might have taken 1 or 2 hits. I'm only talking roll back to, like, the last little bit getting down the hill. Try it again, but if the rover blows up, take a blueprint and carry on regardless. Come on. Zap me! Stop trying to hit me. It's not like any important pieces would fall off from one hit. It's true. Why you don't work? Yeah, invulnerable me, but not my grid. And you still get zapped by lightning even when you're invulnerable. You just don't take damage. You saw some bolts? Oh, wait. It's any random grid in the area, so the station might be taking the hits. That could be happening. I'm like the legless guy in Forrest Gump. Yep. Why you don't shoot me? I must have stuffed something up still. I'm definitely using the right version of Afraid of the Dark. This is odd. Yeah, I'm using the correct version. Weird. I mean, weather didn't need to be enabled. It runs independent of that. My plot armor is too strong. It seems that way. It seems like it wouldn't have mattered. Like, after midnight, it's meant to be basically death. But the first part of the night, you should have a... Like, I should be able to risk it a little bit. So I don't know why it's not killing me, but it definitely did. Oh, there we go. That was some thunder. There was some more. Yeah, okay, now it's happening. I'm just not getting the one getting struck. Yeah, so you can hear it happening every 15 to 30 seconds, which is exactly what it should be doing. I'm just lucking out. It shouldn't affect grids in the safe zone. I'm just worried it'll affect players in the safe zone. You know what? If it was this level of risk, like genuinely this level of risk where I actually managed to make it this far, I would almost be tempted to drive eastward during the night and try and get through the night. But what would I lose? How much would that cost? But yeah, I don't know why I'm not getting shot. I'm far enough away from the station that it shouldn't be taking the hits for me. Last time I tested this, it worked perfectly. I think there's something awkward with this save. This particular save, because like the spawns aren't working. properly. A bunch of stuff's just being weird. It's a little quad bike in the middle of nowhere. This truck is the truck I designed for the Jupiter. Alright. Well, that's enough of that. What we're going to do is I'm going to load up... Oh, that was what I meant to do. I've got to blueprint my truck so I can get into a new save that hopefully doesn't stop all the spawns from happening because they're currently not working. Which is not ideal. At all. Not good. Alright, so Control Alt. Wait, what have I named this? It's not the Rusted Ready because that is the starter rover. It's now called that for the moment. Stuck the landing. And I need to put my tools and stuff in there. Go away. Horrible spiders, go away. Control Alt T. No, the spider's in the way of me blueprinting. Oh no, I can't blueprint because it's a safe zone. There we go. Oh look! One of the NPCs who just wandered up and they're like, oh, okay, cool. Now he's just walking off. No, you can't kill the spider in the safe zone. So we go back to this one. I save as that. And then I edit settings. Make sure that's not what I wanted to click on at all. Weird. It's definitely highlighted. I don't know why it highlighted something different. Very strange. Thanks. Thank you so much, J Badger. Thank you for 81 months. That's all I need to do for that. Can't use a hinge and some plates as a bug spotter. Not in a safe zone. No, the PCU limits are off. So I don't know what's going on with there. I don't know. Oh, I don't have that. I need to find at least one trade station. I don't think there are any in the entity list. No, there won't be yet. So, got that now. This is all a bit of a process. It's been annoying. The joys of what I need to do to try and get the settings in. Huh. There we go. Load game. Edit settings. Advanced. And enable economy, planetary encounters, random encounters. Turn off unknown signals because they're not working right now. And that should do it. Yeah. That should be all. Cool. Mods. Need one mod, so I can find at least one. The PCU setting's always off. That's one of the first things I click off when I set it up. Yep, all my streams go up to Flipsy. Sometimes they don't go up in a way that notifies you that they've gone up, because sometimes they're not ones that I think should do that. Because they're not good. All right, I should probably get rid of... we'll leave it in. I don't think it's going to... Oh, no, I need to get... Oh, no, I'll leave it. Let's go. Could encounter density have any impact on spawns? It could be making them have too many, and that's using up the PCU limit faster. Sorry about the momentary pauses like that. When I managed to have my mute work and blow my nose. All right, so now we do this. Then we do this. Then we do this. Find a Gilman station. There we go. That's the one we're at. It's a different location, but sure, it'll work. And I need to go to economy. Oop, wrong button. Get rid of all my money. And what I might do this time, rather than having the GPSs of all of the things on the planet, let's just get rid of all of the ones except for Gilman. And this is ISCO. So that's going to keep my GPS list neater. And we need to run outside the safe zone, paste in the thing, which I can probably just ignore safe zones. Let me paste this in. Here we go. Some bits may fall off. Is that gonna let... Oh, wait, no. I don't want to paste this inside a safe zone. Because all of the bits fall off. Because none of the landing gear can lock. I have to paste it outside. When you're in already, can you show the storm damage just to test? Maybe. Depends how long this takes. I didn't miss a piece. That was a Dropbox. It'll delete itself. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to set the time back. There's a process. There's a process. I'm going to get there. Just got to do a few things first. So, we got our vehicle back. I've got my cache set. People want to see the lightning destroy stuff. So what I will do instead, I'm going to change the time to morning. We'll save the game. We'll save as. Set the time back. Let's drive. Process faster, you have to meet KPIs. Never! Now, am I after midnight? Yes. Whoop. So unless I've somehow broken Frosty's mod, I should start taking damage soon. The signals are back on because save as? Yeah. It was a dark, rainy night. At least both times I have run from the bad guy, like run from the storm, I have legit believed that the storm would destroy me. So it hasn't been like a false drama where I'm like, oh yeah, it's like, no, I thought it would be like, can I find it? Probably reasonably quickly. Oh, that's a hill. That hill happened while I was alt-tabbed. This one. Nope, not that way. G'day everybody, and O2H. Oh, go away,
G'day everybody,
YouTube.
and welcome back.
Stop
for
showing me
some
random
more
rubbish.
Scrapyard Nomad. We're out. I am proving that the storm is real. It is bad. It is something I must avoid. This is how quickly the lightning strikes come, and it is not good. I had to make myself invulnerable just to survive.
See, I get hit while invulnerable.
To show you that the grid is taking enough damage, that these storms are bad. They're really, really, really bad. They are so much. Frosty upped it to a level where it is truly dangerous. Your character gets struck every 15 to 30 seconds after midnight. Your vehicle gets struck every 30 seconds to 1 minute. It is something
See what I mean?
else.
It's bad. I don't know what's happening, but that's what I believed was going to be happening. I'm not sure why it's not doing it now. I don't know. I don't know what I broke. Oh, let's... No. Is this one of the configs that I needed to clear? No, that's Grabby Hands config. Also, why does Grabby Hands have two identical configs? I don't know why. It's very odd. But anyway, let's get back to playing the game. Oh, bald pair. That's a very difficult question to reasonably answer in a short time frame. Is it worth it to buy Space Engineers 2? Oh dear. That's a tricky one. Alright, is it morning? Just want to make sure I'm facing east. Yep, it is morning. Excellent. Let's get my tools back. Go away. Can't deal with you in here. I'm right now, right this very instant, I think for the vast majority of SE players, unfortunately the answer is not. I don't think there's enough there. There's a reason I haven't done any series in it beyond the very first one. Because there's not been any more to do than those first 3 or 4 streams that I did. Really. It's doing much of the same thing. There's a big caveat to that though, which is that could change after the next update. There might be enough to do after the next update. Maybe. I don't know. We've got to actually see what happens with the next update first. Okay. So it's morning, which means I've got time. I could do search and retrieval and get myself some cash back. So let's do this one. Do one and then come back and then maybe pick up another one. So the reason I say I don't think there's enough there right now is that the survival is... it's not enough of a sandbox. Or rather, it's a sandbox with too few limitations for most people to be able to express their creativity properly. A perfect example of what I mean is I've had it available for people to submit stuff to Scrapyard for ages. But most people struggle with that because it's just, well, where do I start? Ever since I started saying, hey, I've got a Scrapyard theme build this week, can you submit to this theme? An explosion of new people have submitted things because it's constrained that creative process to something that's easier to think of a particular project that's worth putting the work on. This week's theme, by the way, houses. When you're given such an empty blank canvas as SE2 is right now, there's not enough to do. But equally, the way the story functioned, it gave you a really constrained path you must follow. So it was this very mind-bending and to me a little bit frustrating thing of something that is too open and yet too closed at the same time. Which is probably my way of saying it was too open in the wrong ways for me and too closed in the wrong ways for me. So my hope is that with wheels and the enabling of more resources on Verdure so you don't have to go to space instantly, some of those frustrating bits will be gone and there'll be more that you can do. And I think there was something in the newsletter post about like even some more random to find stuff around the place, or some repeatable things rather than just being all tied to the story mode. Okay, where is the thing I'm picking up? Oh, it's behind me. Alright, gotta take this home. Or back to the station at least. So, the way I see these search and retrieval grids They're meant to be big enough that they're a bit of a challenge to pick up, but also have some blocks that you're like, they may have blocks that you're like, oh, should I steal it from them and take the faction standing hit? That's about right. Still no crane, correct. But I might well be about to do something about that. Because now I have a full day to work on something like that. So what I'm thinking is, start with that. Nope. Start with that actually aligned. The decoys still attract the lightning? They probably do, yeah. But there's so much of it, you're just not going to survive anyway. Like, that's the idea. As I've said this a few times, the goal here is not to avoid the storm. The storm is to provide an external impetus to play a specific way. And so I'm going to play that way regardless of whether there's a way to eliminate the outcome from the storm. Oh. Okay, I really shouldn't bother making a proper crane yet. I need to fix the hitch first. So the hitch is not good. Nuts. I need to... So what I did with this hitch that's different to what I normally do is I've used a hinge as the base instead of a rotor. And then the left-right is provided by this hinge part. And it seems like that hinge that's doing the left-right is taking a lot of force through it. And it's kind of... Instead of this being a universal joint that's quite close, it's sort of spread out the parts of the joint in ways that I didn't really appreciate when I was putting it together, and that the hitch itself doesn't really appreciate. What's wrong with a very wobbly crane? They're all wobbly. That's just how cranes are. Because cranes need high torque. I'm just doing something that's just going to allow me to pick this thing up and drive back with it. And then we're going to design a proper crane and redo the hitch, because that needs to happen. I should definitely have made that stalk longer. Whoops. Okie dokie. All of the torque. Set the limits so that it actually will work. Oh, this could not possibly go wrong. Center it. There we go, that's about right. Okay. This is not safe. Yeah, roll out, I think is the appropriate phrase here. And here we see why the other channel is called Flipsy. You're right. You're right, Marrowing. You are right. Oh dear. Yep, all the danger noodle here. This is just bad. This is so bad. The wobbling makes it even better though. The flexing. uh 2 of 7 kilometers covered. This is... This is when I remember that I don't have speed limits set for my wheels. I should really pay more attention to that. Oops, wrong key. Don't mind me. Nothing could possibly go wrong while I'm trying to take a screenshot, could it? You're like a kid excitingly holding up his toy truck, running to show his friends. Oh, that hits home. Yep. And then I stack it and faceplant into my truck. Yeah. Thank you, Skyfun. Thank you for 7 months. Thank you very much. Just watching the new Scrapyard vid and can't wait to give it a go when it's available to play. Yeah. I'm not planning on making a space version of Scrapyard at this point. My plan for Scrapyard is for the end point to be getting off the planet, which means it's going to be harder to get off the planet than it was in the original. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you, Elemental, for the 100 bits. And Twept, thank you very much for the tier 2 for 29 months. Yeah, I can just picture the number of times Toby's been excited about something and then stacked it on his way to tell me or my partner about it. It's just like, oh, buddy. Oh, you poor little dude. Hello? Hello? Oh! These worked in testing! Ah! Why does everything hate me today? Why? Why? Did I not get close enough to it to trigger it or something? I thought I walked up right up to it because I heard the engines. Why? Yeah, blame Shaq's blame Shaq's cat. Oh. Poor Shaq. Why? I don't understand. I wish I knew why at all this is being weird. I wonder if there are some blocks that are required for these to function that I haven't included. Worked in testing as a Square and developer bingo. Yeah, true. Come on, spider. Alright, come on. And say cheese. Woo. This contract should just auto-complete when you get within the radius of the base. So, something... Oh, I can't lock the cheese down. So something has gone awry. Yeah, there's no finish option. This contract will automatically complete when the objective is achieved. Grrr! Oh, man. Alright. Reputation reward will need to be 50 and 26,000. Okay. Did that delete the thing? No. Yeah, something went wrong with the objective not getting attached to that grid. Not sure what, but something. Looks like I have a bunch more specific testing to do. Just annoying. Because I don't want to. I don't want to. Alright, so let's not pick up another mission. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take myself out of the safe zone. And I'm going to build a new hitch and start building my first crane. The turn-in radius is set by default. It's not something that I can mess up. Say cheese. Oh no, I missed. I gotta chase down my cheese. I got too cocky. Woo. And no. I want you to say cheese. Stop pulling a funny face. Say cheese. There we go. Just curious, how does Keen identify if the target is in range? By grid name? Not sure. Not sure. Alright. Glad I left these on. To lose the hitch. Yeah. So I'm going to clear off all of this, rebuild it all, and then rehook it up. Yay!
Inventory full.
And so I'm going to be running up and down this side a bunch of times. Let's put a little ramp in to make my life a little bit less painful. Okay, so we're going to start with a 3x3 rotor. Then we're going to go to the hinge. The height's going to be wrong. Nuts. Needs to be another block higher. That might also be the issue, is that this is too high. And it doesn't need to be this high. It can go down a block. So that's alright. Daz, why... Oh, yeah, I can see why you'd want the NPC safe zones to enable that. I haven't seen anything that allows me to control what the safe zones have. Actually, no, that doesn't work. That needs to be higher. This is actually a higher hitch. Oh. Sort of. Maybe. Hang on. I'm finally going to fix the solar panels? You know, maybe. Maybe not. Okay, so that goes there, then we go... I could go just a tiny rotor, but I kind of don't want to. Sort of tempted to do this. For the roll rotor. Attach that, which does mean I need to raise all the stuff on the, like, rebuild all through there, but is it worth getting the extra block down? I think it is. Stone Lords, as soon as you say script and anything related to a mod that I'm supposed to be building, the answer will be nope. I don't do scripts. No. It's either I have to get someone else to do it, and again, it works against something that I'm trying to do here, which is make this so it can work on console. I do need to rebuild the neck. It's all wrong. It's the wrong height. It might be easier to rebuild it. Is there a point in that being a hinge if you want to mount the crane on top? Will the hinge be flexible? This hinge is for the hitch. It needs to be able to tilt up and down. So that's why it has to be a hinge. I could pipe up to it, yeah, but it's going to look hideous, so that's why I don't want to do it. I want to tidy this up. Yeah, I still don't understand, Blubberoonie, what you're trying to get at. Because, yes, I want to remount the crane on top of the thing, but it has to be a hinge. Like, I can't get rid of that. The hitch won't work without the hinge. Oh, I thought there was a second one that I was going to get to say cheese to. You can make flatter hitches using rotors. And there's part of me that's kind of tempted to. Because I made one of my best hitches I made before we even had hinges. And maybe I should do that. But I still need to, like, I need this to be lifted up this high anyway. Because it's a gooseneck that's over a flat trailer bed that's now got batteries embedded in it. So I don't want to get rid of those batteries. So it still needs to be fairly high. Yeah, the Goose's hitch was, I think, done pretty well. Especially given the limitations of the time. Like, that thing was stable. Provided all of the different axes it needed. No. I don't think I need that. Might just get rid of it. Ah. Too fast for you, little mag plate. Now I just need to be able to get up there. No, I don't want a 3x3 pipe the whole way back. There's no reason to, because I'm not going to have a 3x3 on the bottom of the 3x3 rotor. Because it then makes the whole thing too big. So it just, there was no need to. There we go. Now it's all cleaned up a bit. Now I just need to be able to climb higher. What? No! Oh, I was really hoping that... What was I stuck on? I think I was stuck on the wheel just then. I was really hoping walking around this side would let me actually get up on top, but I'm going to have to grind more of this out, I think. Unfortunately, also the bits holding the solar panel on. Or just do things differently, because I'm faffing about wasting time making a ramp just to be able to walk up there when I should be building. Oh, the joys of no jetpack. Now... I think it's this height. Let's check. Whoa. Yeah, that looks about right. There we go. And it should be then a conveyor converter. No, I think I need one more. Yeah. Nice. That works. And attach. Hooray! I've done a thing. So now I have what I think is a better hitch. That, yeah, this hitch feels like it should be better than the previous one. I hope I'm right. Never done any actual testing of hitch designs. And honestly, I'm sort of the person who just builds one and that's it. I had to do some testing back, like I tested way back when I made the goose in Survival Impossible, which is many years ago now, like 8 years ago. But other than that, very limited testing back then. I've never really done any proper design testing. And I don't think I fully grasped the geometry that was required to set up Frosty's hitch that we used on the Scrapyard train to set that up properly either. Because that was another hitch that looks really cool and works really well for that particular setup, where you don't have a gooseneck, but you've got a flat hitch. Because it stopped a lot of the biggest problems with it for us. Yeah, the train flying off the planet with the dragon was cool. Everything about that server, I was really happy with how it went. It was just a really fun series, and that's kind of why I'm back here making a new version of Scrapyard. Is I want to run another playthrough that's similar-ish to that, not the same, something that feels different but still has familiar elements to it. I'd really like to do. Yeah, Frosty understands the mechanics of this stuff way better than I ever will. Like the mechanics of the physics and things. No, I just play. And hope. Other people think and design. Just bought the game today, played for 3 hours, completely lost. Yes, I can understand that. That is common. A very common experience of space engineers. That is probably why I've been able to make the tutorials I made, and basically that's the whole reason that I've been able to do what I do. Because Keen do not do a great job of explaining what's going on. Okay. You're completely lost as to what I'm doing? I am building a trailer on a truck. I'm connecting it up in a playstyle that is not really related to vanilla Space Engineers in any great way. It's very different. It's my preferred way to play, but it is very different. All right, I think that's enough build out for that. I will now attach the things again. Which means I need to flip it.
Energy low.
Now I need to get my brain to work on how I want this to attach. I do that. I do that. Work, I think. Spinny, spinny, spin. Spinny, spinny, spin. There we go. Get those off. So, yes, there are many things that expand and change Space Engineers in massive ways. It's just not surprising given how long the game's been around. Scrapyard, for those, if this is your first time being exposed to what this is, Scrapyard is about finding blocks, not building blocks. In essence, it is a different way to think about stuff where progression is slow. Because in SE Vanilla, I will happily get from Earth-like to Mars, or even Mars to Earth-like, in under 3 hours if I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. Like, it's quick. Progression can be really quick once you've played it a bunch. So this slows that down by making you have to find stuff. And it makes Space Engineers into a bit of an exploration game, which is one of the big goals I had with this at the outset. Unfortunately, I've never actually played it with the person who I made it exploration focused, or like the person who was I had in mind when I was thinking exploration would be good. Just Capac, one of my best mates, which is weird, but you know, just what it is. At some point I'll probably drag him into it. To give him a chance to be Mr. Explorer. Yeah, Frosty, I think I broke the storm mod somehow again. Yeah, I wasn't getting any damage. I don't know what I did. And I blame me. That's fixed, that's fixed. You need fixing. And you need fixing. No, I didn't get struck. There was some thunder. The best I got was there was some thunder in the distance. And yeah, nothing got struck. It was weird. And I showed everyone working the version that did work in the clip that I have, but yeah, I don't know what I did. I don't know whether I broke something or what happened. I don't know. Thanks, Papa Zipping. Thank you for the Prime sub. Thunderbolt and lightning was not very, very frightening, indeed. let's go... I mean, it was very frightening when I thought it was going to kill me. But then when we tested it to show people who hadn't seen the damage how it goes, it didn't work. I don't know what I've done.
Energy critical.
To be fair, things have not been working very well today at all. My own mod's not working properly. That shouldn't surprise anyone. How deep in the night did I get? I moved time ahead, so I went all the way to midnight. And it still didn't work. Alright, cool. New hitch built. And I forgot about building a crane on it. Urgh. Okay. So, am I building the crane on top? Yes. Yeah, alright. Let's do it. So I need a ramp to get up to the top of that. Something that's going to make it easier for me to climb up and down. I should really play with the small grid stairs mod. So that I've got an option for this that doesn't involve this many blocks being placed. Oh. I have no jetpack. It is disabled. Well, I have a jetpack. All it allows me to do is look underneath things. But it's not strong enough to do anything else. It's part of making this game mode more interesting. Now, crane does not need to be piped, but back of this does need to come square.
No energy.
Huh. I don't remember saying that I would expand my walking deck. I said I would make my truck more walkable, not expand it. And I have made it more walkable. It's heaps more walkable than it was. Just that I'm trying to build up high right now, and that's not something I was prepped for at all. Okay, let's think crane. Crane definitely needs to be rotor at the base. Oh no. Alright, time to cheese it. Ow. Say cheese! Woo! You better say cheese too. No more funny faces. Oh. Got pushback on that one. Yeah. So I would love to make a piston actuated crane, but I also want to use MRMOS, and I don't think those two things are a great combination. considering I don't know how to use MMOS properly anyway. So adding that extra degree of challenge is probably not ideal. So we're just going to go with super powerful hinges and rotors. Yes, put the cheese right over the button that releases the cheese. Yep. Makes sense to me. I need to take a quick bio break. I will be back in just a minute. I'm going to pause the game so that I don't die. I'll be right back. Always reassuring when someone who knows the script a lot better than I do says, MMOS can do piston actuators or hydraulics, but the setup for them is probably the second most complicated thing to do with it. Yeah, Frosty, that's what I was thinking. So I'm glad to have that confirmation that it is not a good idea for me to do it. Nope. I need somewhere to climb up there. Let's go from here now. So what I'm thinking of doing is adding a cockpit to the crane, just because I think it looks cool when you have one. So I was going to add an industrial cockpit off to the side. Oh, do I want that for the forward? I think I do. Oh, I'm attaching to that block, am I? Yeah, like that. I also did see the comment about I should have a soundbite of Bender saying, "Cheese it!" When I unlock the cheese. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. I don't know how Disney would feel about me constantly using sound bites from Futurama. I'm not sure I want to find out. Yep. Robot house! It's Disney. They'd hate it. Yeah. And it's Disney. Oh, that's attached. That doesn't need anything else. Okay, cool. Disney owned Fox. So, thus, Futurama is Disney. Now, I think I'm going to go big hinge here. Just because it looks nicer. Yeah, I'll need some way to access it, but you can access cockpits from a long way down. So it's not that big a deal. Okie dokie. Now, this is the part where Frosty's going to tell me I'm going to do something wrong, or at least if I am doing something wrong, I hope he tells me. Oh, poop. Didn't want to fall off then. So my thinking is I'm going to go with the fairly stock standard crane design here. Hinge, onto pistons, onto hinge, onto pistons, onto grabby arm manipulator end thing. The setup advisedly everything is 0%. Yes, I'm moving this down so I can reach. That's why I'm doing it. I'm probably going to manually control this for the stream and then try and do the MMOS stuff off stream so I can learn it. I think what I'm going to do is add one of these on there just for style points. Because I reckon these look the best on the piston head. I mean the rotor head. Or hinge heads. So they align so nicely and give a little bit of a chamfered edge. MMOS tutorial when I figure it out. That would be the idea, yeah. I would hope to figure it out enough to do a tutorial on it. Yeah, I like dual pistons because they look better. The question is, do I do any of my fancy inset stacking methods that I've done with these in the past? Where I've got them kind of offset and they can compact down a lot more? Or do I just keep it simple? I should probably keep it simple for the moment. Because one of the things I remember from MMOS is you need to know the distances in blocks of different parts from each other. So that it can do all the inverse kinematics stuff. Or kinematics stuff. I don't know if it's inverse. Yeah, it's just kinematics. So, MMOS, once set up, is incredibly powerful. It allows you to control stuff in a much more fluid way than you can with Park. Park is great. I love Park because it's so easy to learn. Park being the piston and rotor keybinds script. It allows you to use direct keybinds to control specific speeds or rotations of hinges, rotors, and pistons. What MMOS does is convert, I want to move here, into specific movements for hinges, rotors, and pistons. So instead of you having to decide what is needed for each bit, it just does it. And so if I can learn it, I'll be able to make cranes something I can just use without having to get Frosty to make it for me. Yeah, Frosty's been kind enough to offer to help me out in learning it more than once. Just thinking about how long this is going to need to be. It's going to need to have a lot of reach. But yeah, it's also one of those things that's like, oh, learning that live on stream is going to be frustrating for everybody involved. I think we'll stay with, that's 4, so that reaches out to, will that reach the back of the trailer yet? Yeah, I think it should. Fancy stacking, yes. It's not like a lightning bolt is going to take them off. You're so right. The inverse kinematic model under the hood of MMOS is incredibly advanced, better than some robot controllers I know. Wow. That's pretty cool. So, Frosty, have you done robotic stuff? Is that why you've got such greater comfort levels with this sort of thing than many? 4 plus 3 or 5 plus 4? I might go 5 plus 4. Thinking I'd like to only build this once. Rather than build it and be like, oh, it's not big enough. I can't reach the back of the trailer. Alrighty, so now I would normally do a double hinge here. And what I mean by a double hinge is a double stacked hinge so that it can fold back in on itself. And what I'm thinking I'll do for that is actually put a gap between them. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I feel like it helps space out and give me enough room underneath. It's your day job at the moment. Oh, okay. Yeah, you are the right man to teach me how to do this then. That is very cool. That also explains why your trailer hitch was well designed. If I weld this one up and flip it upside down, I should be able to reach that properly. It's my day job at the moment. I have a 1-ton arm waiting for me to set up on Monday. I also now understand, Frosty, why you like... why you've been possibly one of the people who seems to really take into Scrapyard. Which means you probably enjoy your job, which is awesome. Oh no! Oh no! Am I out of large steel tubes? I can't finish my crane. I've got to go scrap some stuff. I can't even weld up that hinge. Oh. Alright. Well then, have I got any scaffolding that I need to cut out? I don't think I do. Time to cheese it. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. My event controller lost its bindings when I did the thing. So... now we need to check something quickly. Don't think I've got this set up right. No, that's off. That's off. That's on. There we go. I'm going to limit this something like 120. Give myself plenty of room to jackknife if I need it. Yes, I enjoy my job immensely. Excellent. Yeah, I want to be able to do... I want to be able to do these sorts of parking maneuvers when I need to. Don't know why this is clanging so much more than usual. Yeah. Alright, I definitely had seen some scrap, but I wonder if I should do a salvage mission or if I should do just a wander around. Let's get some salvage missions. We'll start driving. Hopefully by the time we do a circumnavigation, it'll still be... I'll have not used up all my daylight. Well, I should probably start grabbing a few stations. Salvage contract. Distance. Oh yeah, some of these will be short. 27, that's pretty close. 73. 119, 53. 20? Let's take the 20. Go do that one. Yeah. Wasn't expecting to see those on the stairs. They're both off planet, so I don't care about them. Right, off we go to the smuggled goods. See if this hitch feels better. Yeah, I think even on that bit, it just didn't seem like there was as much pushing through different bits that shouldn't be. Yeah. Cool. Alright, so 20 Ks to cover. That'll be alright. I should find some extra scrap along the way. Get some more large steel tubes. Isn't the upper bit going to affect solar panel efficiency? Yeah. Am I worried about that? No. Yeah, the glitching is something that SE has had more recently, and it's really quite annoying. I'm not sure when it started, but I first noticed it in Combined Arms with Shaq, where just sub-parts and subgrids just have this glitchy appearance to them. This is even local hosted in an offline game and it happens. I don't know what Keen broke, but something broke. Something broke. It doesn't look like DLSS glitching, at least to me. It looks like there's some weird desync between, like, but it's offline, which is why a desync doesn't make any sense. Oh, that might have some large steel tubes. Maybe. Looks like it's missing its wheels, but maybe there'll be something in there with it. Large steel tubes, please. Oh, I'll take a container. Let's grab the bits. Yeah, the excavator might have some too. That's true. Can't turn down cargo, though. Gotta take it when I can. Let's put this here. There we go. Doing so much better for cargo at the moment. Like, today's run particularly. Although it probably just feels that way because I've sort of got, because I've got enough cargo now. So that makes it feel like I've got more. Hey, Black Sheep. Welcome, Raiders. Let's go chuck this on board. Now, any other large steel tubes around here? I'll take a few credits. Nothing in the crane. Few metal grids, that's alright. Yeah, not much else that I think I'm going to find at this spot. Just seen a man carrying his dog home and giving the dog a pep talk. That was a wholesome way to start. I can totally picture what that is too. The number of times I've walked past people and their dog is just lying on the ground on the footpath, being like, I don't want to go. And they're trying to convince the dog that it's okay, you can go. It's not that far. You can get up, you can walk. Need the cheese. Where are you, spider? Spider? You made me get the... There you are. 3, 2, 1, say cheese! Right. There we go. Alright, that's all that's here. Let's head on to the next one. My dog, are you mad? It's clearly raining. I'm not going outside. Then plays dead. Charlie hates the rain, but if I pick up her lead, that will well and truly overwhelm any hate of the rain. She's like, all right, we'll go. I hate this, but we'll go. So I want to leave the house. Isn't that right, Bill? That wasn't the mission. That was just a spawn I found along the way. That was much closer. I'll skip that next one. I'll keep going. Whoa. She has a hoodie, get her a raincoat too. We did have a raincoat for her. It was moderately expensive because she's big. And then she destroyed it, and I never bought her one after that. I just take her in, I just dry her off. Because most of the time when we walk and it's raining, it's not cold. So I'm like, she's fine. I don't want to put her in a... Because it was a warm one as well, so I couldn't use it in summer. It'd overheat her. She is big enough to borrow one of mine, that's true. Oops, going too fast. Haven't tried putting her in just standard human clothes. I think that the chest would be too broad, but the rest of it might work. Maybe? A German Shepherd who would give up after walking 500 meters. Oof. The second Saint Bernard we had would do things like that. He'd just be like, yeah, I'm gonna lie down now. And you'd have to wait. Because you can't pick him up. He was too heavy. I did remove the speed limit. Yeah, the speed limit was definitely providing me a significant degree of safety.
Meteor storm inbound.
Ooh, rolling. Yeah, I wonder what the crane's going to do as it keeps spinning around. Where was that spawn? It was somewhere this way. Should be able to see it. Want more tubes?
Meteor storm inbound.
Yeah, the force of turning at speed has been enough to... And landing, I think. Oh, and it's my braking. My braking is what's turning it. When I hit the brakes, the crane turns. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Use the tree. Whoop. Oh, there were 2 trees. That explains it. Alright, what's in the plane? Anything with large steel tubes? Got another big thruster, but I'm not going to pick it up. Because this is the testing series, I don't want to... I haven't changed these spawns yet, so I want to experience the other spawns and see whether any of them are going to... whether I'm still going to end up with enough once I get further in. There's a medium cargo in here. I would like that, though. How am I going to get it out without getting too much pain, though? I don't know. Those of you who have watched Combined Arms would recognize this plane to some extent, because this is the Biriev. It is originally from Scrapyard. Not my build. U-Folds. Really cool build. Yes, this is a very rusted, smashed up one. Oh, there it is. Very precise, high-speed grinding. Release the cheese! No, no. Ah, need to get distance. Smile! Oh, I can catch it. Oh. Oh, oh. Woo! Oh, I thought the spider might go with it. Now I gotta chase down my cheese. Where's my cheese? Can't see my cheese. There it is. Oh, gotcha. Of course I built a tactical cheese. How could you not have a tactical cheese? Okay. Oh, it is so tricky to cut these out sometimes without letting them get damaged. Oh, what? There we go. And button. And thank you, chat. I very much appreciate you guys filling in. People who've joined the stream late and didn't know what happened with Shaq's microphone cord getting destroyed by him. Some interaction with his cat. He was the one who broke the cord, but the cat was involved. So I very much appreciate that, so I don't have to rehash it every few minutes. Did have a pinned message there earlier. It unpinned itself, apparently, and I haven't gotten around to putting another one on. I think there are no more things here for me to get. Unless these search the spotlights? No. I don't think there are any more large steel tubes here. Alright, onward! Salvage beacon. Oh, let's go to that one. Why not? It's only 10k. No, let's go to the mission. The mission is not much further. Can always blame Cat Pack. Cat ate Shaq's homework, yep. I still... my favorite ever I didn't do my homework excuse that was actually legit was one that I did get my parents to write me a note for, so I didn't... It wasn't just on my word, but... My cat peed on my homework. Because the cat peed in my whole school bag. So I was like, I can't bring that back to school. Nuh-uh. Smell that from 3 houses away. It's gross. Now, fortunately, that happened in primary school when I was still the kind of a well-behaved kid that actually did most of their work that they were supposed to do, rather than in high school when I was not. Was the homework done? No, it happened before I did the homework. That's why the cat did a good thing. Thinking which way I should go around that mountain range. I don't want to go over it, or do I? Oh, wow, I'm close to the pole. It's the first time I've seen snow. I might want to get some ice. Make sure I've got enough power to keep going. So I've got my O2H2 gens, and or O2H2 gen. I've got one. I've got another one somewhere. Yeah, I got 2. One's properly hooked up. I've got my engines, so I can make power. Oh, oh, oh. No. Nope, we're going round. This is not a path. I'm gonna mine? Maybe. It's a path you can only take once. Yeah. There's a much better path just over here. Let's go raid Santa. Well, he does think everyone is naughty, so... Anyone brought a tow missile? Oops. Your mistletoe is no match for my tow missile. Yeah, except for Zoidberg. Yeah. But Zoidberg's the main character in that episode nobody wants to talk about. That's almost universally said to be the worst episode of Futurama, so... I don't know. I don't think he was counted as nice after that one. I can't remember what that episode's called. I used to know it off the top of my head. I've been watching Futurama again recently, so that's why it's... I would have thought it might have been fresh in my head. Yeah, that's Lobstertainment, that one. Thank you. Thank you, Johnny. I knew someone would know it. I just found that YouTube's just recommending a whole bunch of stuff that I don't want to watch. And so I've stopped watching it. And I've been wanting to watch stuff that I'm like, oh, I enjoy this. Hey! A new spawn that you guys haven't seen before. And that has large steel tubes. Now, I really like this car. But there is a problem with it. The scale is a bit off. I'm not sure I care enough to change that, because I really like the shape of it. But the scale is a bit not to Scrapyard. There are a couple of builds like this, and lots of them are the smaller cars, and it's just because you don't have enough shapes. So, I'm kind of a mind to keep them in. It's just an American-sized one. Yeah. It's the new one. It's like how Minis used to be mini and now are actually fairly large cars. This is a Frosty build, by the way. I'm pretty sure. From memory. Oh no, this one isn't yours? Maybe you submitted something near it. That's why I misremembered. Whose is this one? Can I find it? Now I need to know. Now I need to know! It's hard for me to remember because there are a lot of people submitting stuff and there's a lot of stuff submitted. I'm currently scrolling back through here. It's in the first week of submissions, which is still further back. Because this is how active this chat has been with stuff being submitted. Okay, now we're into vehicles. Let's see who it was. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Low health.
Man, somewhere in here. See, like this little red car, the Porsche, that's to scale. That one's actually as close to scale as you can get. And so I'm going to probably need to get some more vehicles submitted of that sort of size. But it's really hard to make them look interesting. Oh, man. Where is it? Ah, here we go. Zawox. There we go. Why did I misremember who submitted that one? I don't know. But yeah, Zawox made this one. It's really cool. It's really well done. The scale is just off. And I'm not sure how I feel about the scale being off. How do you guys feel about the scale being off? Does it feel weird? Like, if I have it on its own or if I have it with other stuff that's on the same scale, I think it's a bit off. But I really wanted to show this build at some point and also show what I did for the scene I set up for it, which is it with the broken down tire falling off, which I want to do with some builds. Oh. So someone has made a gigantic VW at some point. And it's not an unrealistic thing. Gotcha. Thanks, Emmy. You're just a small clone of a human. The scale is a bit off, but who cares? It's amazing. It's weird, but if it's alone, it's fine. Yeah, it's an NFL player, or NHL, or NBL. NBA? NBA player custom. But yeah, it's the scale's off, but it's a very cool build. Very cool. It's also got the angry headlights. So that's a few bits of thing. I gotta find the goods though. Where are the smuggled goods in it? I'm gonna cut out this engine and get its power cell. Yeah, it's probably in one of the seats. Up, 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 up. Does this explode if I throw it? I probably shouldn't throw it at the truck to find out. Nope, wasn't in those. Here's more large steel tubes, though.
Inventory full.
Oh no, I dropped one. Do I need that because ice? Good point. I probably don't need to. Oh, I was going to try and pick up the frame and throw it at it. Say it's from Earth and you're a Kerbal. Hooray! Got the goods. Alright. Now let's head back. One second. Oh man. I forgot the steel tube that's on the ground. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the tank. Where did the tube go? There it is. What I am gonna do though. Wait, does this have tubes in it? Oh, it does. Still want to do this though. How far can I throw this? Not far enough. Yeah, I might grab a little bit of snow. Maybe. I haven't found a grid drill yet, so this is as good as it gets. Which direction? Hang on, let's line up the truck to that broadcast. It's gone. Nuts. It's gonna go get some more scrap. No. Hopefully I'll spot some on the way back.
Inventory full.
Did I find a grid drill and I just ignored it? No. Well, I didn't have any use for it at the time, so... yeah, fine.
Inventory full.
So how much ice did that get me? Oh, I got a few thousand. Let's turn my engines on. Let's go. Wait a second. Oh, my tanks are kind of empty. Okay. Let's turn it. Ooh. Why is that on yet not working? My tanks aren't full. They're piped to it. Oh, that was a quick pickup of the cheese. Ooh. Oh no, I missed. Oh, what? Come on! There we go. Got it. Oh no, they're not linked. I must have forgotten to actually link up the big tanks. I clearly did. Yeah, now the O2H2 gen's working. Yeah, okay. Cool. Never tried grabby hands golf. No, I don't think we have. I don't think grabby hands existed when we did golf. It also, like, there are probably better games to play physics-based golf in than Space Engineers. Although, building the mini golf course is kind of fun. Building the putt-putt course would be fun. Has been fun when I've done it. There is something worth noting about such streams when I've done them in the past. Apparently, my fun on those streams did not equate to fun to watch, apparently. Because they did very poorly. Guess it's like every Christmas special, because one of them was a Christmas special, and it's just like, I think we can skip that one. I don't blame anyone. That's just worth mentioning. As to why stuff like that hasn't shown up more often. They're fun to do, but they're, yeah, converting them into something that's fun to watch is something I have not figured out. Because there are ways to make stuff like that, and it's editing in ways that I find difficult. I think is a big part of it. But you need to edit. Use warheads like hand grenades? Yes. Contact grenades, at least. Oh, you can use them as a bounce, too, if you set the timer, set the fuse to the right length of time. Yeah. There's a part of me that would be kind of amused by doing a wrong way style thing, where even in the long term, where the only weapons we're allowed to do are things we could throw at each other. But I think that'd get tired pretty quickly. And it'd be really frustrating for anyone with latency. It's the sort of thing that'd be fun as a snowball fight, as just a brief interlude, but as a long-term thing, you're just like, no. Just give me a gun that just works, please. But yeah, if you've got your grabby hands set to the default strength, you could totally bomb an enemy facility with, like, just grabbing a warhead, arming it, and throwing it at things. something around here and I want to go to it. But I'm not going to now that I've got something that's perfectly in line with where I'm going. So, well, I can't see it. As I come about, I'll ignore it. See, decoys thrown off grid, actually, I think that could be a legit tactic in the right setting. If you have enough players, and you have people, and you have enough of them in a pile ready to go, they could be legitimately useful as decoys. Because it'd be like chaff, except instead of having to have it all automated, you have people who are just like throwing them off, trying to distract the enemies coming in. I reckon that'd be quite cool. Thanks, Blubberini. Thank you for the Prime sub. Clear as you've planned to be the bad guys again in the next wrong way. Can't remember if I've mentioned this publicly or not. My plan for the next wrong way for the human NPCs is to let them have complete free reign. Helicopter. So they will choose whether they want to be bad guys, good guys, different guys, whatever they want to do. And the rest of us will just play. Those of us streaming or on the content creation side of it. That is my plan. And that is, my aim for that is, I think, late October is when I plan for that to start. Yeah, poor Chinook. Yeah, we weren't meant to be the bad guys last time. The NPCs just did a very good job of making us that. A very good job. There was a LARP NPC once where we didn't know the story, but it was rigged and we all died. Ah. It was a fun little shake-up given that you guys, the last few, were questionably good at this. It was fun. It created a lot of confusion that some people didn't handle as well as others. And I don't mean that on the streaming side, I mean on the audience side. But it was fun. I think people were just not certain about us being the bad guys. And part of it was probably because we weren't certain about us being the bad guys. Made for very different interactions. But yeah, I've got a fairly concrete plan for the next Wrong Way series, which will be a return to me streaming on YouTube. There is a shed here, and that means there are fences. There's also a harvester. Ah, TFE and his sneaky thing on the pier. Yes. I do recall. I do remember. There's hinges in here, so that means there's tubes to be had. Now, I'm not sure how many more cargoes I should be trying to get. So I feel like I've actually got a decent amount of cargo storage now. That is kind of the pride going before the fall sort of feeling when I say things like that. Where'd you go? There we go. Dead. Come on, let you come. Oh. Nope. Now it's made it out. Good. Where can I fit you without too much trouble? Probably this side. There we go. "10 minutes, I'm gonna flip and blow up the trailer." Ugh. Still can't believe how well I got away with that landing earlier. That was awesome. The whole time during that flip, I was trying to figure out what was happening and what I could do to help. And somehow, I think I did actually do something to help the situation. Yep, trailer's up. Off we go! I like my truck. Yes, the robot on the toilet. Although the facility needed toilets when there was humans, not robots running it. Or what Jexam said. They only resemble toilets. They were actually fluid exchange units for refreshing hydraulics. Sure. That works well enough. Alright, get this scrap turned in. One of the things that will always stick with me from Wrong Way Up was the cryotubes, and that they were supposed to have living but empty vessels pop out of them, not have them pop out dead. So having them labeled with people's names, well, they were meant to have those people pop out, but that didn't work. So DE going to Nabarine's cryotube did not play out like I intended. At all. That bit, the bits that didn't work are the bits that are going to stick with me. Like that bit, the bit where I deafened everybody with the broken sound mod for the countdown. Turn it in. Hooray! I got paid 1,000 credits. Woo! I'm rich. I'm not rich. I'm broke. Well, I'm going to wrap things up here for today, I think. I'm in a nice little safe zone. I might have enough money to sleep. I'm going to... Oh, no, I don't have enough. I need to make a bit more. I paid 30,000 last time, so that's what I got to make in order to sleep another night here. Otherwise, we're going to have a spicy night. Probably. I obviously do remember the good bits of the Wrong Way Up series as well, but the bits that I screwed up are the bits that are going to stick with me, because that's what I'm like. I can only sell some limited things. Wait, girders? I shouldn't be able to sell girders. Well, maybe that is on purpose. I don't remember. I should check that. Anyway, I will be back later this week with Shaq playing some more Vintage Story. He should have an audio cable by then, because it should be arriving tomorrow, he said. The following week is when SE2 is getting its update, so you might see an extra stream that week so that I can try out the new update when it goes live, unless I decide to do an edited video of it, which might also happen instead. I'm not sure. But there'll be more combined arms hopefully next week for our 1 year anniversary special, and also more of my Mission Improbable edited series coming in the next couple of days. So that's all that. Plenty more to come. I will see you then. Have a good one, everyone. Thanks for hanging around for this impromptu extra scrapyard. I'll see you all later. Bye.